Hey guys, Kev here, and I wanted to talk about the Aiper Surfer S1. So this is an automatic pull robot skimmer, and Aiper was kind enough to send this my way. So take that into consideration when you watch the review. Let me cut it off here, and I'll show you how this guy works. Woo. All right, so this is the Surfer S1. It is a very interesting pool skimmer robot. I've tried 3 different ones now. I've tried the Smonette SR5, I've tried the Beta SE Plus, and now the Aiper Surfer S1. I can tell you right off the bat, this one is the most advanced. It has the most features. It has an app you can use for multiple things. I think I'll do a video showing you what you can do with it. I think it has the best impaler out of the bunch. So let's just take a look around it first. You have these little bumpers right here. So if it hits a wall or stairs or something, it'll kind of glide and guide itself off instead of ramming. It has sensors here and over there, so it has a lot of sensors, so it will know to get out of the way if it's going to hit you. I've tested this. When it gets close to you, it starts to veer out of the way. It still kind of bumps me if I go straight onto it. It'll kind of bump me on the side and then go around me. So it does its job. It's not trying to avoid full collision, I think. It's just trying to avoid going straight into something and getting stuck. So it'll start the turn so it can get around whatever that is or bounce off of it if needed. It has a solar panel up here, so you can have this puppy in the pool pretty much constantly. I have never taken this out of the pool. It has been in there for a couple weeks now. I wanted to make sure I gave all of these fair tests. And I had not had to take it out and charge it. We've had a lot of sun. It's been hot as shit here. So you just turn it on, put it in. When it gets to 100%, obviously that's when you put it in the pool. You're charging it when you first open it. And then it'll deplete. I don't know to what point, I think 15%. And then while it's running, it'll have the solar panel going to charge the battery as well. But at night, obviously, it will slowly run the battery out, and then it'll charge on the panel, and once it gets to 80%, it'll turn back on. Pretty sure those are the specs on that. And then the sun will charge it as it's working. These things are pretty much running all day and night. They're excellent. I'll show you how to open it. So there's a little compartment thing on the back here, a little button. So actually, let me give you a little rundown. So here's the propellers. I'd say this probably has the most advanced propeller system as well, motor. It really puts out a decent amount of power. The Smonette is very weak. It just kind of, it's just enough to move it. And it does get the job done, but this one definitely has a little more power. Now it needs it because it's a little bit more of a beefy device. So the back end will kind of sink down into the water when you put it in, obviously on purpose, so this whole section goes underwater. But you need enough power with these to actually move this device because it's a little bit heavier. But it does a great job. It moves really well. So you just hold this power button here, and then it will power on. You'll get a blue light here, and to start it, so now it's powered on, but it's not on yet, or you know what I mean, it's not running until you hit start. Then those jets will start, and then it'll also charge while you're doing that. There's no indicator for that, but it's just how it works. And then you can stop it by hitting the power button again, and then, or the play start button, whatever you want to call it. And then you can hold this again to power it off. And there's also a Wi-Fi connection button here, because this does connect to Wi-Fi while you're using it, which is one of the cool features. I did like, I have to admit, I thought it was cool, but once I used it once, I never used it again. The connection on the app isn't the best, so you know, there's that, but I don't think it's really necessary to begin with. But that is one of the features on this, and one of the reasons the price tag is what it is, so take that into consideration. But anyway, you have this button here. This is the best basket system out of any of these. So you just push the button and then slide this back. The handle, probably should have found a better spot for this, but it's kind of winging it here. The handle button pops out on the basket, and now you can lift the basket out. Let me set this down. Okay, here we go. So you have the basket, it pops up, you just pull this out, and now you have your basket, which is the only one out of these that I've tried that has a enclosed basket, which is really nice, because some of the other ones, you take out the basket, stuff starts falling out. It's kind of annoying. This one's enclosed. It obviously has the impaler part up here, so stuff could fall out the front, but obviously you just need to be careful. And then you can just open it right here and let everything fall out. Now, I don't get a ton of leaves and stuff in this pool, but I cleaned these yesterday. Unfortunately, I had time to actually film today, so I couldn't show you, but these things are great because of the fine filter. So they'll be like kind of like slime and stuff in here. Lots of bugs, which is really why I wanted these, to catch bugs, because I hate having like dead bugs at the top of the water all the time when I'm swimming. And these take care of pretty much 98% of that. It's amazing. So it'll also have leaves, sticks, stuff like that in here. I have had that happen, and it did work extremely well. The impaler on this one is the best. I think it's got the best kind of enclosed system, and it spins rather quickly, so it pulls everything in. It doesn't really have suction, but the impaler moves a lot faster than some of the other ones. Are more like this, and this one kind of rotates a little bit faster. I'll show you how that works in a second. So when you want to put it back in, you just drop it in the top. There's a little notch on each side. Put the handle down and close it, and that's it. So let's power it on, and I'll show you the impaler. Okay, so here it is running. I don't know if you can see that thing moving, but it moves pretty well in there. And that's what's grabbing everything. That's what's like right on the water line, right? The opening and the impaler are right on the water line. They have it balanced pretty much perfectly to do that, and I'll show you that here. It's gonna start moving, obviously, but you'll see how the back end kind of dips down, right? And you'll see those sensors try to work now. So it's trying to turn that way. Probably should have went the other way, but that's just kind of how it goes. There's no navigation to these things. I think they all just kind of aimlessly go around, but they cover enough ground since they're constantly running, you know? So there you go, it made a turn, and now it's gonna start moving forward. So the sensors do a great job. I have had this one get stuck between the railings on the stairs and under the coping when the water is at a certain level. But that's more of a my pool thing. They do eventually get out of that situation. It's just sometimes they'll be sitting there for like an hour, and you know, you're like, what's going on? But they always end up getting out of there. So if you just let it go, it does its thing. So you can see it navigating, or I should say avoiding things. Again, there's no actual like grid pattern navigation or anything like that. So that is how it functions. Now I'm gonna try to get some debris to show you how it pulls in everything, and then I'll show you the app to close this out. Okay, let's see if we can get this sucker to eat some pine leaves and stuff. All right, let's see how it does. I'm gonna drop some debris in. See if I can't. Okay. Get the Aiper here to eat some pines. And watch it. It's moving forward. Is it gonna pull it in? Those are big, by the way, so it's gonna be tough, but we'll see. There it goes. Gobbled it up. You can't have any. The Aiper's eating it. Let's just make sure that it actually ate it up. And yes, sir. It's in there. So you can see it'll pull everything in. That's why I like this impaler a lot, because it really does pull that material in very, very well. Those were big, but it kind of goes goop, 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 and gobbles it up. I threw some other leaves in here earlier. Looks like a lot of them sank before they got to it. I ended up throwing them in the wrong spot. So it's kind of hard to throw it right in front because the sensors want to turn it, but you get the idea. It did a great job there. Yeah, I'm really happy with the performance of it. So let me show you the app and then get you guys out of here. This thing overheated right when I tossed everything in front of it, so that was fun. Okay, I'm gonna show you how the app works here. So we have my phone. You go over to the Aiper app. Loads up. You can see it over there. And it says Lefty's Surfer S1. Boom. And here you go. It's showing the cleaning time, 12 minutes, the temperature in the pool. This I really like, 88 degrees Fahrenheit. So it'll tell you what your pool temperature is. Now my heater tells me, so it's not necessary for me, but for somebody who doesn't want to throw a thermometer in the pool, which I have done, but it broke almost immediately. So this is a better way to do it. And it is accurate because that is the same temperature my heater is telling us right now. And then it shows you kind of what it's doing. It's just moving. This doesn't actually show you the pool and where it's at. It's just kind of just showing you it moves forward. Now, the one issue I had is when it gets stuck somewhere, it'll say stuck. And it doesn't want to clear that. Even when it starts moving again, it doesn't clear that until I turn the device off and back on. So hopefully yours doesn't get stuck. But you do have a stop button right here, so I can actually stop it. So now it's not working anymore. Then I can turn it on again and it'll start going again. And then you have the remote, which these remotes are not the best. It's not that there's lag, it's just that my pool has a lot of power from this jet and it kind of messes with the device, but we're gonna give it a shot here. So there's a little wheel and it has directions up, right, down, and left. I don't know how well you can see that right now, but I'll try to go backwards here. So I'm just holding down and it'll go in reverse. You can't like put it in a reverse mode, which makes no sense anyway, but just so you know, it naturally goes forward. Then I'll turn right or left, sorry. So now we're turning this way, then we'll move forward. So it's not like a joystick, so it's a little harder to direct, but now it's gonna hit the stream from the jet, I think, and turn. So let's turn right to get out of the way of that. See, that jet is pushing it to the left, but it's trying to overcome it. There we go. Now if I let go, it'll just reset back to regular mode. So now it's back to automatic mode. And then again, right here is the cleaning time, and up here is the battery life. So we're at 63%, and it has a little sun on top, which tells you that it is charging via solar right now as well. And then it has a Bluetooth and a Wi-Fi logo there. I'm not sure what this is exactly. Maybe that's telling you, I don't know, because this is telling me it's charging via solar. So I don't know what that tells you, but yeah, that's the app. Very simple, but it works unless the device gets stuck. Then you have to reset the device or it won't clear on the app. So it just depends on your pool if it tends to get stuck a lot or not. But I really like it. I think it's a fantastic tool to have in your pool. a pool tool. I would recommend the Surfer S1. If you're looking for the most advanced of the skimmer robots, this is definitely your guy right here. If you want simple, just turn it on, chuck it in. It can do that, and that's what I really like about it. My vacuum, for instance, down here, my Ybot S1, I love it, but occasionally the app doesn't work, and then I can't change the mode. So last night I put that into full clean mode, so it would scrub the walls, clean the floor, do everything. But normally I have it in cycle mode, where every 2 days it turns on for 30 minutes, and I can just leave it in the pool for a full week. It's amazing. But last night I put it in full cleaning mode, and then I charged it after, and I went to change the mode back to cycle, and the app wasn't working. Can't log in the app. And so I put it on the charger, and then this morning, app still is not working. So I had to just put it in on full clean mode. So now I'm gonna have to take it out of the pool, charge it, put it back in whenever I wanna use it. Until that app works again, I can't change the mode. So having a manual mode on here where you can just hit power on, start, stop is awesome. It comes in handy. There's always issues with internet. Let's say you have a pool that doesn't have good internet near it, you know, it's farther away from your house, and you just want to have this one because it looks cooler, or you like the impaler, or you like the basket. You know, a lot of the features on this are better than the other ones, hands down. So maybe you want to get it, but you don't care about the app. You can do that, you know, but with that Ybot, you can't. So just something I wanted to mention. So I'd say out of the three, if you're not worried about money, the Aiper is definitely the best one in terms of features and all of that stuff. It also seems to be very reliable. So let me know if you guys have any questions down below. I love you. I hope you have an absolutely fantastic day, and I will catch you later.